Hi, my name's Mark Meller. I'm the author of LogOn Science, and in this video clip I want to show you around the teachers area of LogOn Science. So I'm going to use a teacher's logon, and on we go. Okay, this is the teachers area. Documentation can be accessed and downloaded from here. Right, pupil manager and groups manager are ways of administering your area, the school's area of LogOn Science. But the main thing a teacher is going to be interested in is results, how their pupils are doing. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, so I get a list of all the groups that I teach that I'm attached to. I'm looking at my groups here, but I can look at all groups if I wish to compare and so on. And there are three ways of looking at results: assignments, averages, and targeted revision. So I'm going to start with assignments. I've set my pupils an assignment. I want to check how they've done and what work they've done. So I'm going to look at chemistry, 11 Mercury, doing chemistry. Okay, what we get is a class list. This is a class you wouldn't particularly like to be teaching, and what it's showing is the most recent work they've done in chemistry. And the reason they're not showing the homework but most recent work is that the homework is set by instruction. That is, the teacher doesn't have to set it up in advance, so the pupils get the parameters, they set up the homework, but as a result the system doesn't know what your homework was. But I can look down here and I can see most of them are done this particular one, so this seems to be the homework, and I can notice Charles Darwin's done something different altogether. So before I accuse him of not doing his homework, I just quickly click on his area, and this is the same area that the pupil has access to, and I can see that he did his homework previously. He's done something in between, and therefore he's doing more than he needs to do rather than less. Okay, back to the main lot. I want to quickly go through what we can see. So the most recent work gives you the date the work's done, the first three codes, but if you hover you'll get all the codes, what tier they've done, their first score, their grade. On the newer ones you get a level, but this was a group who did this quite a long time ago. And then the second score and the third score. You can get more detail if you wish. Right, you'll notice some of the scores are in red. What that signifies is the pupil has opened an assignment. So far they got 1 out of 6, but they haven't pressed the submit button, which means that if they go to unfinished assignments they can go and improve that score, possibly. If it's in green, that tells you they've pressed the submit button the first time, so this score is fixed, but they haven't the second time, and therefore this score could be changed. If they go back and either correct ones they think are wrong or do some more work, they could get more marks. If it's in black, they've either completed it or they've shut down the assignment, they've closed it and no longer have access. Okay, suppose I've got all this, but I don't want to know all this detail. I just want to know who did the homework and who didn't. I can choose the topic that I set, which was chemical patterns. Okay, and I can do, say, these were the 3 syllabus points I set. I simply press go, and it filters out everything that was not 301, 02, 03, and you can see I didn't set this as an assignment, but 2 pupils have actually done that particular combination. Okay, so that's the first way of looking at assignments. So let's look at the second way. So look, this is looking at averages. So I'm again going to look at Mercury, and we'll start with chemistry. So this is their chemistry results overall over time, but just to give you a flavor, I'm going to look at everything. So this is these are real results of a class that used LogOn Science for 2 years, and this gives you long-term averages. So this is everything they've done, because I'm in overall, it is everything. And it shows you their first attempt scores and percentage and grades, second attempt, final attempt. It also shows you recent averages, which are the last 5. and so you can make comparisons and so on. To me, the most important thing is how the second attempt grade compares with the first attempt. Pupils who are using the help properly ought to be able to get 2 to 3 grade increase if that's available. If they're getting only 1, then they're probably just having another guess rather than using the help. And LogOn Science does have this formative assessment where they correct their own mistakes with the help, and if they use the help properly, they ought to get a good increase in grade, and of course they're learning something quite well, quite quickly. Just out of interest here, this is the class results. So this class did 45,000 questions, which is quite a lot of work, but it's very variable, 3,000, 2,000, so some pupils did a lot. 4,500, the pupil here did nearly 6,000 questions, right? And this is pupils doing work on their own. I wasn't setting that kind of level of work. They are some pupils really run with this. It's possible to export this as a CSV file into a spreadsheet, and from there it can be manipulated as you wish and can be printed off and so on. Okay, let's look at the final way of looking at results. Okay, this is targeted revision. So let's look at 11 Mercury again. We're going to look at some chemistry. Okay, this is all of their chemistry, but if I was looking at this preparing for an exam, I'd probably just do one topic at a time. So I'm going to do chemical patterns just to give you as an example. So what it takes is all the syllabus points in chemical patterns and puts them in rank order of the score or percentage score that pupils in this class have against each syllabus point. So 33% is how many they got correct against questions from 3.23. Okay, and you can see that they vary from here, 33, 40% and so on, up to here, 80 to 90%. Here, pupils have got it, and therefore there's no point in me doing revision of this part of the syllabus. Here they're struggling, so this is the area I need to be concentrating on. And I don't know what 317 is as a syllabus point, but all I do is press the help, and there you are, rate of reaction. I need to go and do some work on rate of reaction. Pupils have a similar area to this that is about their own weaknesses, so they can go and concentrate on their weak areas rather than revising everything. Okay, that's the main part of LogOn Science. There is another feature which is new, pupil answers. So this is where you can look, as a teacher, you can look at how your pupils have answered some of the written questions, the ones that are more interesting. I can't show you on this because this group did a syllabus long before this was available, and therefore there's no access from this group. But there is a separate video clip on this that you can have a look at. If you think that LogOn Science might be for you, right, then, and you'd like more information, you can contact me on info@logonscience.com, or you can go to the website, which I'll show you, and you can press on the order form button and fill out an order form. I will then contact you to confirm and go from there. Cost per pupil is only £1.20 for a year's access, which is probably as cheap, if not cheaper, than worksheets, and certainly a lot cheaper than workbooks, and you get a lot more. I recommend it. Thank you.